Let me tell you a quick story. Many years ago, my girlfriend at the time thought it'd be a great idea to book a skydive for my birthday. Not just any skydive, but the highest one in the UK at 15,000 feet. I thought it was a terrible idea and I didn't find out till a few days before. My mum convinced her to tell me a day before just so I could mentally prepare myself. Heights were my biggest fear. I remember being up in the Eiffel Tower in Paris and just feeling terrified, and I couldn't look down. When she told me, I felt like saying, no way am I doing a skydive. Despite thinking it was a crazy idea, I agreed to do it. My girlfriend had done one before, so I would have felt really embarrassed if I said no. I wanted to feel okay with heights and not feel scared anymore. I didn't feel ready for the skydive, and I felt terrified just thinking about it. It would be an opportunity to face my fears, and who knows, I might enjoy it. I planned to give it a go, do my best, stay focused, and complete the jump. Next thing I remember, I'm in the hotel the night before, and I'm just thinking about all the things that could possibly go wrong. I just couldn't get my head around what I was about to do. My girlfriend told me that we would free fall for 10 seconds. The next thing, I'm strapped to the instructor, and I just turned to him and asked him how long we're going to be falling for. He said for over a minute, 124 miles an hour. I just couldn't believe it. We looked outside and we saw this tiny little plane in the distance. So we're walking towards it and we were being blown back by the wind from the propellers. And now we jumped in, and this is real now. We're about to jump from 15,000 feet. It was a beautiful day, clear blue skies, we could see everything. We're then ascending in the plane, flying up for around 15 minutes. And then I looked out and thought, we're about to jump. But then I turned to the skydiving instructor and asked to look at his altitude watch. I looked and we're actually only 5,000 feet in the air. We had another 10,000 to go. We got to 15,000 feet in the air. I looked down and it looked like a map. The cameraman jumped out, my girlfriend jumped out, and now it was my go. I had to slide to the edge of the plane, and then we lean forwards, we lean back, and then we fall out of the plane. Do you know that feeling when you're on a roller coaster and you just drop and your stomach drops with you? I had that for a couple of seconds. And then the instructor starts tapping me on the chest to lift up my arms. I lifted my arms up and I just couldn't stop smiling. We were free falling at 124 miles an hour and it was unbelievable. Suddenly the parachute opens and it feels like we shoot up in the air. And it went from absolute chaos and exhilaration to just peace and tranquility as we floated down to the ground. I just smiled from ear to ear as I took in the view and just celebrated what I'd just achieved. We landed back on the ground and it felt amazing. It was the best experience ever, and I'd just overcome my fears. I felt like I could do anything. I was that excited, I felt like I could just do it all over again. And then ever since that moment, I've approached things differently. I stepped out my comfort zone in a lot of different areas and believed in myself so much more. It elevated my mindset so that I looked at challenges differently, and I felt confident, much more confident to achieve anything and overcome challenges. Stepping out of your comfort zone helps you to learn and grow as a person. So you go out, face your fears, and step out of your comfort zone.